We actually have a line that we do at our house. We practice this thing. What is it?
I'm Ariel Sky Williams. I'm 8 years old. I'm unarmed and I have nothing that will hurt you.
That's something pretty unnecessary to teach your daughter. Like, if she isn't doing anything wrong or threatening, thank God, to your parenting, then no need for her to say anything like that. It might even make the police officer a little more suspicious, don't you think? Hey, how's it going everyone? King Koala here, and today we're going to talk about a video called Black Parents Explain How to Deal with the Police by Watch Cut Video. Now, I've seen this video pop up on my Facebook feed, seen this video on my recommended on YouTube, and I watched it and I have so much to say.
There are great police officers out there. There's also some police officers who are not so good.
And my fear is that you run across one of those bad ones.
For some reason, people of color have always been a target by the police.
That was a good point. There are some good and bad cops, but 9 times out of 10, you're most likely to run into a cop that's actually trying to do their job. And to my man over here, maybe back in the day, cops and black people had it pretty intense. But nowadays, black people aren't being targeted by police, it's criminals. You probably see more black people being arrested because black people commit 52% of crime in the US.
Before they became a policeman, they were a person. And that person took all their ideas and all their thoughts and all their prejudice into their job.
That's pretty fucked up to say. Police officers are still people. Police are actually treated worse, set up to look evil by the media, putting their life on the line every single day just to get ridiculed by the people they protect.
Why would a police officer assume that you did something bad?
Maybe because of my skin color.
And here comes the waterworks. I hate channels like this that get children or women to cry from the camera just to get a point across with their feelings instead of facts. Cops aren't assuming that you're up to no good because of your skin color. They probably do that because maybe you fit a description. Plus, who cares anyway? If you're not doing anything wrong, then nothing will happen to you.
I remember being put in handcuffs for something that had nothing to do with me. I was literally walking in the mall. Cops slammed me on the ground, busted my lip, chipped my tooth. That actually made me really mad.
How about the time they pulled us over with me in the car and arrested me and left all of you guys sitting in the car and nobody knew how to drive on the side of the road because the bumper on the car was kind of hanging off? No. You know we live in Koala. There's people that don't even have a bumper on their car.
You probably over-exaggerated that story. But the police officers wouldn't just leave 2 young boys in the car unattended. They'd call their parents or would give them a ride home. Also, the police probably arrested you for not cooperating. If you did, then they'd probably give you a ticket or let you off with a warning and you're on your merry way.
My rear brake light wasn't working, and I got to my destination and they were working.
I was about your age, actually. They grabbed me.
Why?
I didn't know at the time. They just grabbed me. They threw me onto the police car.
I got tased that time. That time they tased me because they said I wasn't complying.
All of these stories sound really over-exaggerated. Like the police will just do all of these things for no apparent reason. Either you were committing a crime, or either you weren't cooperating, or you were just resisting.
Ariel, are you okay?
What's wrong, baby?
And yet again, we have the waterworks.
You have to be careful when you're out there in this world because this world's not gonna always be honest or fair to you. I know, Sean, you got a little bit lighter than the rest of them, so it's a possibility you won't get stopped.
Are you really going to sit here and say that this kid is going to be safe because he has a lighter skin complexion? You guys are fucking ridiculous.
Sound like you just pulled him over.
Okay. If you were driving, cop pulls you over.
Police gets out the car, comes to the window. Tick, 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 tick. What would you do?
License and registration, please, ma'am.
Why do you think I pulled you over?
I don't know, tell me.
When a police officer says something to you, don't, you're black. You can't be looking at them saying, oh, I don't know, why don't you tell me?
Well, I mean,
that right there is giving them the license to pull you out of your car and physically harm you, because it will be done.
Instead of sitting here scaring these kids about how to fear the police, why don't you teach them how to respect them? Teach them what and what not to say to an officer. Do whatever the officer says, you know, cooperate.
Don't get upset, don't get sassy. Why did you pull me over? You don't have, I know how, just follow instructions and stay calm.
Okay.
Yeah, what she said.
I see it weighing on you, and I don't want it to weigh on you.
I'm just worried about Donovan. I'm worried about him now.
Who are you guys talking about?
My nephew and her cousin.
I don't want him to be shot. I don't want him to go to jail.
Your cousin won't be arrested if he's not committing any crime, and your cousin will not be shot if he's not going after an officer or resisting arrest or being violent or anything like that.
You guys, if you could say anything to police, what would you say?
Learn about people, learn about their problems.
Take some diversity training.
What do you mean, take some diversity training? Police officers are getting more and more diverse every day. You're telling me you've never seen a black, Hispanic, or Asian officer? These people are trained to know different scenarios and situations, man.
You know, there's really nothing at this point that they could do that would make me feel any safer with them without them just point blank clearing them all out and starting all over from scratch.
Okay, lady, so you don't feel safe at all? So, like, if you were being robbed or anything like that, you wouldn't call the police? Okay, then.
So don't always assume that all of them are bad.
But all you see on the news and in newspapers, and it keeps happening.
This is our problem. The media is portraying police officers to be these evil, racist pigs when they're not. It's going to get to a point where people will start driving police out of the community and crime will get even worse. Okay guys, I'll end this video saying this. If I was a parent, I will teach my child how to respect the police. Call them if they're in trouble or in need of help. I will also let my child know that their skin color doesn't mean that they're in any danger. I don't want to teach my child that the police are out to kill you or white people have it better than you rhetoric. It's not something you'd want to teach your pride and joy, you know? Share or like this video. Is this the best way to teach your kids how to handle police? Or is it just putting fear into them? Let me know in the comment section down below. I'd love to have a conversation. Until then, I'll see you guys in the next video. King out.